Morning. Happy New Year. It's 1st of January. Sun finally came out and it's a bit stinky and muggy, but I'm going to try and get on with that. Doing my little timber border around the front yard. That'll be my job today, and I don't think I'll film much of it apart from updates because I couldn't do it as a project video. Sand wood, cut wood, nail wood, sand wood, cut wood, nail wood. That'll be nice to see what it looks like in the end. And I'm not sure where he's gone, but my shed snake is missing. I didn't see him in the wood pile. I thought he might have just been out there. He might actually be on the roof. I haven't checked. Warming up this morning, but it's pretty hot. So maybe he's going down through the bamboo looking for rodents. We've got more of this done. You can see by the darker timber. Got it right up to the top. Just a little bit past that end fence panel. I've added some pieces above just because these were so low, so it'll blend in a bit more once it gets a little weathered. And got the rocks going up just past the top plant because I've still got to work on the fence, so I didn't want all the gravel there. Remaining gravel I got out of the trailer and into this plastic so I don't lose it, and so I can use the trailer if I need to. A long day, it's been a hot day. I've still got a lot of the fence palings left to do the other stuff that we want to do out there. And some that I'd already prepared out here. Just pack it up. Back is killing me. Guess who had a bath today? Make himself smell again. Well, the agapanthus down the back have taken pretty well. Flowering, surviving. Now I don't have to tell you, no matter where you are in the world, that Omicron has become an issue. The cases skyrocketing. The interesting thing about the cases here in Australia and New South Wales in particular, last time with Delta we went into lockdown when the cases were down, like they were climbing, but they were still below 100 I think when they actually said yes, we're going into lockdown, and then it just extended because the cases kept climbing. But I think the highest was about 1,500. I could be wrong there, but I know they weren't that high, and we were like, oh my god, that's a lot of people. That might have been 1,500 out of 160,000 people, 1% roughly. But cases here yesterday was over 35,000 cases of COVID, and that was only from 108,000 tests, because they're telling people to only go and get a test if you are symptomatic, or if you've been told to by New South Wales Health, because you might have been a close contact. So the QR coding stuff, they brought that back in as mandatory for when you're going into places, the masks indoors. But they're basically the only restrictions. I think they started lowering some restrictions on group sizes and that sort of gatherings and stuff. But all of that came in after Christmas, after they sort of opened up the state on the 15th of December. We just knew cases were going to start climbing, and then Omicron became an issue. They're trying to downplay it a lot, and they're saying like, well, Omicron's not so severe. Most people will get it and it'll be more like cold and flu symptoms, and it's a very, very, very contagious variant. And people who are vaccinated are also capable of catching it, but they're not likely to be hospitalised. Now, there are people in ICU. There's like over 1,000 people hospitalised. I think in the mid-20s in the ICU. But most of the cases that are hospitalised and the ICU are still Delta. We've still got Delta in our state, in our country. It's still high. And out of that 35,000 cases, 76% of those were Delta. Delta's still the main one here. It's not Omicron's around, so I don't have to be as careful, like it is in some other countries where there's differences between like Omicron and Delta, like Delta's tiny and Omicron's massive and that sort of stuff. But they've started offering, they dropped the timing for those the booster jabs. And I got my booster jab yesterday. I managed to get an appointment. I technically reached my 5 month, which was the previous, had to be 5 months. I reached that in a few days from now. But they lowered the time on the 4th of January to 4 months. So I got an appointment, went down, got my booster jab yesterday. But we're kind of feeling like you don't want to go out anywhere again. 35,000. That's when you look at, I think if people were going down and getting tested rather than listening to the new Premier saying don't go get tested unless, I mean, yes, they want to try and ease the burden on the place. They say go and get one of the RAT tests, the personal RAT tests that you can do, rapid antigen tests. That's all well and good if you could find them. You can't find them anywhere. As soon as they get in stock, they're sold out. And it's because they're telling people don't go get tested, just buy yourself a rapid antigen test. If that comes up positive, then go and get tested. And apparently in Queensland's numbers have skyrocketed, nothing like New South Wales. There was a guy who was 30 or in his 30s, had gotten a rapid antigen test, tested it, did it, came up positive, so he went to get his PCR test to confirm it, and you just go and wait at home and isolate and that sort of thing. And while he was waiting for his results to come in, he died. But that's not going to be the everyday case. He might have had comorbidities, who knows? But that's the scary thing. Yeah, for a lot of people this is just a cold, but for a lot of people it's not just a cold. And you've got to think of those people too. The elderly, right? The people who do have underlying health concerns. Like a friend of mine she's got underlying health concerns, and she's just saying, I'm staying in the house. I'm not going anywhere. I think I said the other day that they say that your immunity to other variants goes up if you actually catch Omicron. Omicron will protect you from Delta for the most part. I'm pretty sure that our government decided to just go, let's push for herd immunity, let's not worry about anything else. They're pushing for free rapid antigen tests, and they've said no, just like other countries have got. After I got home yesterday, I actually got a notification on my New South Wales health app, which is the one you use for checking in. And it said, you may have come into contact with somebody, a positive case of COVID. Please check your history. So I went in and checked and started scrolling through, and I saw one. And when I got it, and I clicked it, and it was like a grocery store. And I was in and out fairly quickly. But that must have been around the time that this person was there. So they said, I need to monitor the symptoms. So it kept scrolling, like, you know, show more. And there was another one, same day, a different shopping area. But there was another positive case in that area. And that place, I was there for 4 minutes. That was just the full shopping centre, so who knows where, but the 30th of December, so almost a week ago. I feel better that I'm triple jabbed, but that extra immunity will take a while to get in. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do with schools when we return at the end of January, because they're saying that they reckon Omicron is going to peak end of January, February. We're already at 35,000 cases, and they're not all Omicron. There's a lot of Delta. People are out there going, Omicron, so what? I've seen videos of people out, oh yeah, I had COVID. I had like sniffles and didn't feel well for a couple of days. It's nothing much. I just had to get all that out. It's frustrating that I have to go out now. I'm not too concerned about those 2 positive COVID cases, close contact type thing, because I think it's a casual contact. Because whenever I go somewhere in public, my mask is on from when I get out of the truck to when I get back. And I'm not one of these people that wears their mask like this. Oh my God, I'm rant. Sorry, here we go. The number of people who wear their mask under their nose, and also the number of people, like, it has been pretty open here, but you have to wear masks. And so when we've gone into places like Hungry Jack's, they wear their masks and they don't crimp them the way you should around your nose. You do that, they don't move. They'll stay in place. You won't have to keep lifting the bugger up. The girl at the register, because I went in to order, the dining room was shut, toilets were shut, but you could walk in to order. The girl at the register, hers was crimped, tight fitting, didn't move off her. You see some other ones running around and they didn't have that crimped, and they just kept falling, and they're always lifting it and moving it, or it falls down here and they feel it touching their nose, but they don't do anything about it. When I went to get my jab yesterday, I saw an old bloke who just had his booster, I'm assuming. As he was coming out, his mask wasn't on. And then so he puts it on and he's going to walk through the room, through the medical centre, and he puts it on and he gets it placed here and fixes it under his nose. I see so many people walking around with it, like, they think COVID only comes out of your mouth or only enters through your mouth. This Omicron wave just came at the wrong time. Every wave is just fair dinkum. Christmas, New Year break. Friday, New South Wales recorded 38,625 positive cases of COVID. It's over 34% of the 112,000 something people who went and got tested. That's a really high percentage of people being testing positive, and we're actually being told, don't go get a PCR test unless you've actually got symptoms. If you're feeling a little unsure, or you might be wanting to go and visit relatives or something, go and get a rat test. If you do a rat test, you've been told that you should contact your doctor and let them know if you test positive, so that the numbers can be recorded. I'm going to bet that a lot of people won't, I'm hoping they'll stay home. I'm going to bet that a lot of people won't. The current government or the current premier, they're ignoring health, and they're basically just saying, we don't want you, they're putting it that we don't want you to come and get tested to try and ease the burden on the testing centres and the pathology and all that sort of stuff. But behind that, if you don't get tested, you can't get found and the case can't get reported. Go and get a rapid antigen test instead. That's all good. You've got to pay for them and you can't find them. Most places don't have them. The government ordered some and said they won't be here until late January, early February. So how is that helping? And the reason I'm out today is because we ran out of dog food. And our dogs have a particular food. There's only one place out near us that actually sells it. I rang them, they had it, but every bag they had in stock had already been paid for by somebody else to come and collect, which was what I was going to do, pay for it, come and collect it. The next nearest place is down in towards the city, and then the others are down the eastern suburbs area. There's only, I think, 4 places in Sydney that sell it. So I rang this other one that's next closest, which is over an hour's drive, and they had it in stock. So I'm on my way down there, and the bonus is we ordered some, that particular brand also has a dog cookie that the dogs love. We buy it in bulk so that we've got it, and the last time we bought it in bulk was back in September, and the cookies were disgracefully undersized, completely different colour, smell, texture to what they used to be. My dogs would not even touch them. We got onto the company that makes them, and they said, wow, they shouldn't look like that. And they found us some replacements bags, not the quantity that we had ordered, and they said we needed to walk, they were going to organise for a return of these ones, it's a dozen bags, to the place that we bought them. Happens to be the same place that I'm going to now to get their dog food. They said to me, are you okay with us organising a T&T label to be sent to you so that they can come and collect the boxes and the bags and take it back to the supplier? I said, yes, that'd be great, thank you. It's never arrived, and I've emailed them multiple times, I've called them, and nothing has happened. When I contacted this place today, I've got these biscuits that needed to be returned to you, so I'll bring them with me. He goes, okay. It was a successful journey. With regard to our return of the cookies, they saw that it was from them because of the label on the top of the box. I showed them an email from the company saying, yes, just return it to them, we'll credit them and whatever. The cookies are the same price as the dog food, so we'll just swap it. Done. So that was easy. Checked in, checked out, masks on, everybody else had masks on. It's funny seeing some of the big information signs that are over the freeway. Positive rapid antigen test, ? No need for a PCR test. So before it was, if you tested positive on your rat test, you were supposed to go and get a PCR test to confirm and to see what sort, which strain of COVID you had. But to try and ease the burden on the PCR testing system, they're just saying, oh, if you test positive, just let your doctor know and isolate. All this rain, the frogs have been getting vocal. They've shut up because I've come over here. But there's one set of tadpoles being born. There's another sitting here in the mondo grass and another one just next to it. And there's one of the froggies. Hear that popping noise? That's the frog that I just showed. And I can hear a couple next door as well. Next door's got a pond in their front yard too. Listen to them going now. Watch as I get close, they'll shut up. It's funny. What doing, Sam? Taking a dump. That's what you're doing.